Hello, Gravy Timothy's, and I hope you're ready for a excellent and wonderful... I need to break it to you. Today is not going to be fun. You see, we're having a little series currently on the channel where we look at all the focuses that no one really does. We call it Focus to Z, and we're going through it A to Z. And today we've unfortunately landed in Iceland. Now, I know what you're thinking. Iceland, how bad can it be? Now, sure, if we were talking fishing rights and English football matches, Iceland would sound pretty fun right now. But sadly, the year is 1936, and Iceland isn't exactly what I'd call fun in this current landscape. Oh, it's even more painful as well today for us because we need to pick the focus that is probably the most boring to do as Iceland, and I guarantee that is probably going to be the historical route. But anyway, welcome to Iceland. There's 100,000 people on this island currently, and that's about it. Oh, we also somehow have both a naval dockyard and a civilian factory, so that's pretty cool. Sadly, we cannot put our naval dockyard too much use as we don't have any steel, which means we're gonna have to trade away the one civilian that we don't even have access to. It's alright though, we can do mineral prospecting, which will give us a bit of production for both steel and yeah, only problem realistically with that is I imagine that would take pretty much all the working population to get mined in this damn country. Thankfully, that's something we don't have to replicate or really simulate it in Hoi 4. Why do we start even producing this stuff? We don't have any factory! Okay, I think first off, we need to get Olaf in. Somehow, this progressive doctor has figured out a way to bring an extra 100 people here every week. What he's doing, we don't know, but we ain't gonna question it. I wish I lived in more enlightened times. Okay, good news is we've hit 5% world tension, so I can go ahead and declare absolute neutrality, which means as soon as Denmark is declared war on, we will go independent and never look back, really. Okay, call me optimistic here, but I do have a plan today, because I reckon I can get out at least one good unit today. And if I'm gonna get out one unit at all, I reckon we make it the most ridiculous one we can. There's not too much we could really do to change the tide or really do any impact. Maybe planes, but planes again, it's very boring. Alright, we want to be on the front lines somehow with a ridiculous idea. Alright, now to get my dream going of the Icelandic heavy tank, I am going to need to research a lot of stuff. We don't even have the trains discovered. Okay, we can also drill for offshore oil and gas, which gives us a chance of getting 4, 2, or 8. But the 8 one says 0% chance, so we're either getting 2 or 4. Okay, so oil acquired, we got 7, so I think we ended up with the 4, I believe, and then the bonus from our research. And now we have a 5% chance of getting the 8, which would be the end of the amount of oil we can get. So we can keep doing this until we run out of oil to find, which is good. We're definitely going to need a lot of oil for where we're going, but also maybe some nations will end up trading for it. You know, I'd love to have civilians. Currently don't have any. But you know what I do have? A big shout out to today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made and is available now for free on PC and console. You can take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes, armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. And they're not just boxes with hit points. War Thunder has the most sophisticated vehicle damage models in gaming. In-depth customization, which features a comprehensive customization system with countless camouflage historical markings and decorations for all types of vehicles. One of my favorite things about War Thunder is just the huge array of vehicles that you can play around with all your nations throughout history. There is so much to choose from. So why don't you get started today with War Thunder and join a community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles today and delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder. And remember, War Thunder is completely free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and if you click my link down below in the pinned comment or the video description, new or returning players that haven't played in the past 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms that include multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. It's all available for a limited time only, so click it down below and get it quickly. Oh, look at that. Olaf has been hard at work. Already he's garnered us at like 11,000 people somehow. Where have they come from? I don't know. I think eventually we're going to come to recruit these people and realize they don't exist, and Olaf may have been fudging the numbers a little. Oh, we got lucky again. Now we're up to a 10% chance of finding no more oil, and I hope that doesn't happen. We've only got 10 right now. There you go. The tanks are officially in production, and as you can see, we should be ready to go by the year 2032. Realistically, I definitely should not have done heavy tanks, but you know, it's just so funny that I kind of have to. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of these damn tanks out, then it's just gonna get convoy raided and die somewhere. Alright, we're still getting lucky with this oil though. We're up to a 20% chance of running out, and we are up to 17 oil on this island. Now, there's something cool with the Icelandic focus tree, which is the emergency conversions, which allows you to actually convert your convoy into destroyers or cruisers. Now, I'm going to go ahead and convert them all into destroyers, which should give us a whole bunch of potential to lay some mines. I think this is also technically a way to get infinite manpower. It does take a bit of a while to get them converted, but you can just delete them straight after, I believe, and then just get the manpower from them. Again, where the men come from, who knows? Olaf has an idea, but he won't tell me. We'll see, we've rolled them into the volcano and they come out those two. Okay, we're at the point now where this costs 210 political power just to do it. Surely this is the last time, right? 30% chance. Okay, so we can refit our ships for destroyers now, and it only costs 50 days and 10 convoys, so not bad at all. And then I'll probably refit these to be mine layers, and I guess we'll just lay some mines where we can. There you go. Got our first destroyer out of thin air, and again, we could go ahead and destroy it and get 250 manpower back, and I think the design of this is not very good. Oh, and there you go. We have now broken free, and we are now officially an island. So a big reason I actually went heavy tanks is because you can get this guy over here that has a lack of resources penalty, minus 30%, on top of another 5% I get from this guy right here, which means we don't actually have to have as many resources as you think we might. Okay, so now that we're free, we're not actually free. The British have actually demanded us to become on their side, and they've occupied us essentially. We're now a puppet of them. But don't worry, we're going to do the switcheroo, and now become a puppet of the Americans. Okay, there you go. Once again, we have switched sides, and we are now a American puppet and no longer fighting the Axis, which is good because we are not ready to fight the Axis. Okay, our first tank now actually has enough equipment to be built, and it's not exactly perfect, I gotta say. It's definitely not perfect, but it does have a whole bunch of armor, and it will get better over time. Yeah, currently we can't really afford to go too crazy and have too many tanks in there, but for now, it'll do. The only problem is getting it somewhere without it getting sunk, which is where the destroyers come in with all the mines. Alright, we're kind of looking low on political power for a while there, so we haven't had a chance to click this, so here we go. 35% chance. Will we get lucky? Oh, and we are now actually called in against the Japanese. I did not even realize, which means we can go off isolationism finally. We could have done it when we were a British puppet, but I think I completely forgot. Okay, doing host American soldier as well gives us an extra 50 weekly manpower, which it's not great, but we have it. At least we also have an answer of where that manpower's coming from, unlike where where the hell Olaf's getting these guys. Okay, but now we're gonna go ahead and send out our navy and just start laying mines everywhere we need to go. Also got them on do not engage so that hopefully they don't run into anything if they do happen to run into anyone. And now we just need to get our one tank unit over to the UK. All right, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here. Will he make it? He's doing it. He's doing the mad dash. Hey, but there we go. The Icelandic heavy tank has landed, ready to be used whenever the allies actually have somewhere I can go. Holy crap, I still have this 270 political power. How much oil do we... We're currently sitting on 48 oil. Okay, 270 political power. Will they finally get me? There you go. They finally got me, and we ended up with a total of 67 oil on this godforsaken rock. Okay, the second Icelandic heavy tank is ready. Gonna go ahead and see if that can make it over here. Alright, so looks like we actually got caught in a battle there, and the German fleet is out and about, but we have put down a whole bunch of mines, up to 225 right there, so I'm hoping that slows down any subs when it comes to us landing eventually. I am really tempted to go drop my tanks in Greece. I just don't know if they'd make it over there, and they are so expensive. If we get raided once, it is just it's so over. So one way we can test going about this is something called a precautionary save. He did not get very far. We're taking a alternative route this time and see how this goes. Okay, we made it. Now time to suck up all the supply here. These tanks should be pretty darn good, and the AI definitely has nothing that can beat them, even though they are like pretty early heavy tanks, and I do have some better ones coming up. Realistically, there's not too much we could do in Greece. We're gonna wait until something better opens up, like in Italy or in Normandy, just somewhere that's a bit more maneuverable with a bit more supply than down here. A good reason we are down here, though, is to get our autonomy higher, as we are still a colony of the Americans. We did the smart move of getting the hell out of Greece because there's too many cooks in the kitchen, you could say. Instead, we are in Tunisia to liberate them with our Icelandic heavy tank. Look, Ma, I'm helping. Yeah, we're just gonna rush straight for the ports here and try to get as many units trapped as possible. I do want that written down in the history books. That was a Icelandic victory and nobody else's. The question is, what the hell do we do with these tanks now? I definitely do not want to go back to Greece. Good news is Germans are completely struggling over here on the eastern front, at least. I'm just kind of hoping the Allies get a landing somewhere else finally so I can do something. Oh, Turkey just joined the Allies, so that means I have somewhere to go. Do not fear, my Turkish allies. Iceland is here and out of supply. Around this other side where there is supply and do that again. There we go. Iceland is here. Looked away for a second there and I kind of gave up everything, and that looks like it's about to become a disaster. Yeah, that's not good. I'm just gonna take a second away from what just happened over there to take out Baghdad. Oh, finally, the Allies actually have a landing over in Italy, so I'm gonna go ahead and try get over there without getting raided. Oh, but not before I give my tank a medal for the capture of Baghdad. Okay, things are going well. I did the old funny ask for land from the Allies, so they actually gave it to me, which means when the Italian puppet does spawn, I'm still a puppet myself. I haven't thought about this. Also, I am just out of manpower. Actually, pushing down here has been a bit of a struggle. I also have to turn the garrisons off to actually get that manpower back. And, yeah, it's getting a little bit heated down here in Italy. Okay, I don't know why I just got called into the American Guanzi War. What is going on there? Okay, so we did get it. I'm going to transfer all the territory immediately so that we don't have to garrison it and it won't explode. And we do have a puppet as a puppet. We're really gonna have to talk about this, Uncle Sam. Keep getting called into wars and I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight that bad. Oh, you know, that up there is looking mighty tempting. A lot more tempting than having to fight through the Alps over here. All right, question is, can I get my ass over there? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the old tested method. Okay, Tibet actually capitulated and nobody has enough war score to even take these that means Tibet is just gonna be okay. There's two Tibets. We do have a river crossing penalty here, but it's just one crappy little light tank, so I think we should have no problem. Okay, I think we're just gonna move to this port over here. It's crazy to think I've actually taken 55,000 casualties, which I believe was like half the population of our starting island. Smell you later, Berlin. All right, finally, I'm free. Thank you, American. Someone's actually landed somewhere I can push. Did I just... Okay, I thought I just got raided there. Ah, yes. Finally, somewhere my greatest enemy, the river crossing bonus, can't get me. You know, straight away, I am going to the... I guess the ruins of Berlin, because it did get nuked. First! Oh, well, there was just one dude on Hamburg. I don't think that was really necessary. Now, I feel like Iceland, despite the fact it just gave up half the population of its island, won't be adequately compensated for what it's given. But finally, somewhere my tanks can actually do a whole bunch of damage. Oh, and there they go. Ooh. You gotta be... Okay, thankfully I'm independent and I'm not gonna get caught into that. Also, what the hell, China? When did that happen? You know, maybe Iceland just wants to go home now. You know, I've kind of done my job. You guys have it from here, right? Blue Soviets apparently have no beef with Iceland, so I could just walk through their land and go get rid of Bulgaria. Oh, there you go. What can I do with 174 points? Denmark. Oh, they really don't want me having Denmark, do they? Oh, there you go. Not bad at all. Ireland is no longer just an island. It's 2 islands, technically. And yeah, look, Ireland is definitely a island, because look, you got a canal through it. Let's cut it in half, goddammit. Oh, sorry, you also can't forget about Icelandic Italy down here. I forgot about you. Okay, well, you know what? I am not fighting the Soviets. It would be a lot easier. I could just annex the Italians now, get a whole bunch of manpower, but, you know, that's beside the point. And that is a giant China. Oh, they didn't get Tibet, though. Or the other Tibet. Hey, but that was Iceland. And was it fun? No, not in the slightest, funnily enough. Yeah, I think realistically you could probably go with any of the Icelandic folks as being the worst, because they're not exactly good. There is a meme path, obviously, where you get the Vikings and stuff back, but it is just more of a China, what are you doing up there? Man, China's everywhere. Literally everywhere. Hey, but in the end, the great victory came at the cost of my ridiculously expensive Icelandic tanks. And you know what? We'll go ahead and celebrate it with the occupation of Sophia Medal. Well done, boys. And just looking back at this history right here is definitely something, I can tell you that much. But most importantly, it took part in the occupation of Berlin. We did it, boys. Yeah, well, there you go. That was Iceland. Was it good? No, unsurprisingly, it wasn't. Am I surprised I managed to actually become a functioning little helper there? Yeah, I am. The heavy tanks were okay. I wish I could have made them even better, but again, very expensive. Very expensive. But it's the best I could do. I probably could have squeezed down some better ones. I only ended up with the advanced one pretty late there, and they weren't anything special. Like I said, we did have to worry about how much we could actually produce, because they are expensive as hell. But I was mostly just going for breakthrough and armor. That's all I ever really go for. We don't have to worry too much about piercing, heart attack, or anything like that in single player. So it did work out in the end, and I much would have preferred doing something other than heavy tanks, but in the end, you know, I guess it worked. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe down below, because we have more Focus to Z coming, and hopefully more than this. Once again, a big thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Make sure you click my link down below and get started in War Thunder and get yourself a whole bunch of cool starting goodies.